All right, what's up, you guys? Reclaiming Lives Recovery Cafe in Medford.
Yes, sir.
Let the people show up for a second here. Kind of get the shakes off.
I know, right?
Right?
It's a little easier talking to a phone than it is to an audience sometimes, I think.
Right, it is.
Actually, I still feel the nerves, though. It's kind of weird.
Well, this is our second live, and it will progress as we go along. So today, I have a really good friend of mine that's a big member of our community, our recovery community, and he also works at Access, which is a provider out here of all types of things, and I'm going to let him share a little bit about that. His name's Ara.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. I'm humbled and grateful that Brandon asked me to come out and stop in and talk with you for a short time. Little disclaimer, I am off the clock, so anything I may say or share is not necessarily a viewpoint of Access, and so I just want to put that out there as a disclaimer prior to this. Fortunately, the ethics align pretty much exactly where I am at when it comes to Access and myself. It's a great organization for the area. So Brandon, yeah, I really appreciate you having me out. For those of you who don't know, Access is a community action agency. We focus on food, warmth, and shelter for those who are most needy or the most vulnerable of our population. 1 in 3 people in Jackson County receive services from Access in some way, shape, or form each year. And so I'm the family housing specialist. Our it's called the Bridges program. I want you guys to all know how blessed it is to be sitting here today with Brandon. That coming from a place of where we started to where we have gotten, and being able to see the light of the tunnel. The light is so bright nowadays. Just our future is just
Yeah,
the future is amazing, and it's for me. It was all focused around my recovery and my ability to become willing to take some suggestions and move forward in my life.
Right.
So,
well, first off, Ara, I want to thank you, and I want to say, personally, you give me the strength and desire to know that if like you're an inspiration, right? Like, if somebody like myself was in a place where you were, and I see what you're doing, you give me the strength to want to continue forward to do what I do by helping people. So first, I want to thank you. It means the world to me. So a couple things, my friend. How are things going with you today?
Things are amazing. It's kind of interesting because in my active addiction, you have stresses of life, and
Right.
and so now I get to exchange those stresses of not knowing where of the things that we deal with in our active addiction, the homelessness, the everything, the chaos.
Right.
But we get to exchange it for I guess I like to call them platinum problems, a lot of times.
Right.
And so the things that being able to go to school, being able to and getting to be able to do these things, go back to school, regain my education. I never would have thought in a million years. I was not the sharpest tool in the shed. Going in high school, I was expelled twice. You know what I mean? I was able to, because of my recovery and the foundation I have and the support that I have from the people in this community, been able to go to school, and I'll be walking in June and get my degree in human services. I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that here in a minute. That's just amazing.
Yeah.
I said the other day, I'm like, I remember in my addiction that I would have given my left leg to have the problems I have today.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, you start stressing out, and I want people out there to remember that just because you get clean, life, it doesn't get easier. It just gets better. It just gets better. The problems I have today they're significant, and I love them, and I love to be able to push and walk through them with support from like you, my sponsor, Stephanie, and my pastor.
The great thing about problems is today and struggles today, I know that I can reflect back and know the things I've made it through have given me resilience for today. So the problems that come up now are nothing in comparison. I look back at my problems from before, and it's given me resilience. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so pushing forward, I know that if I made it through that, I can make it through this. And that kind of brings up for me, like, I see a lot of people right now that are seriously stressed out with the things that are happening with our government, the quarantines, the social distancing, which we are not keeping right now. We're supposed to have 6 feet. Anyway, what's happening with this is kind of separating everybody and putting us in our own separate places. And isolation for addicts historically has been not a good place. Being able to reach out through our technology, thank God, is a blessing. But I want to remind everybody to possibly, if you haven't learned the strategies of becoming grounded, being mindful, and learning to be present. So I mean, there's a lot of different ways of being present, which is, you know, if I wear a rubber band on here, sometimes I'll snap myself right back into, being present. Like, wait, I can feel that right here. I'm right here right now. I'm thinking about things that are out there that I have no control of. So my thoughts control my feelings control my actions. And if I want to make good decisions, I need to control my thinking. It all starts in here in the brain. My whole problem is in the brain.
Right.
And so the solution happens to be spiritual. So,
Amen.
You know, together, I might not have it. We together, we may not have it all together, but together we have it all. So we can, some of us have. Everyone has talents. Everyone's comes to this earth with talents and abilities, and it's our gifts, and it's our responsibility to share that with the humankind. We literally owe it to each other to share our gifts and to come outside ourselves and to share it with one another, because they're unique to us. Just like there's 7 billion people on this planet Earth and we all look different, we all are different. Our spirits are the same way. And so, we can lean upon that, our spiritual sense and gain strength from that.
Right.
And so for me, it's been the foundation, the cornerstone of my recovery is my spiritual relationship with my higher power, and being able to push forward and lean on the strength that I may not have at certain times.
You know, you said something that struck me so good, that we owe it to not only ourselves but others to give back. I had one time, somebody told me, you can't shine all the time from your house. You know what I mean?
Right.
So go out there and share the shine, and that's so true. It says in a lot of the literature, you know, we can only keep what we have by giving it away, and it's so true. It's what wakes me up in the morning and keeps me to bed at night, and helps me wake up 30 minutes early every day, you know, from hitting the snooze button, just giving back.
Absolutely.
That was an amazing share, and I appreciate you. So how are you getting your recovery supports today? What are you doing for your recovery supports? You know, with
the meetings being shut down a lot, I have a personal therapist that I see on a regular basis, which that I've been blessed to cultivate that relationship with an individual who, it's been great. I also have, I do attend meetings, NA-related meetings. They've shut them all down recently, so I'm trying to get this Zoom thing dialed in so that I can get onto that.
Zoom's making money right now, man.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I wish I would have bought in on that before this thing would have happened. But so I mean, I also my personal relationship with God. When I wake up in the morning, my feet hit the ground. That's where my recovery begins. Sharing, being of service to others. I don't care if you're opening the door for someone else. Kind acts are more important right now than ever with the stress that everybody's under right now. So,
yes. Yeah, we appreciate you coming in to take time doing this right now, because as we've said, is we are open every day. We had to change up our schedule a little bit here at the cafe. We're doing Monday through Thursday, 11 to 3 for support. We got computers and laptops open to help people with unemployment. We are doing, we're providing other, I don't want to say things, but we got things going on.
Wraparound services.
Yeah, we got stuff going on over here, and I don't want to put them out there too soon, but we are working on a bunch of other things for people out there to help. And support's the big thing, you know. That's why we're holding our circles still, because they are 10 or less, and we just don't want to give up on the people in the community, because isolation is no good.
And you know what? There's many. What I've come to learn through my education is that there is several avenues for finding your recovery. When I first came into the rooms, I thought NA was the only way. And when it came to learning about service, being service to others, it was being a service in the rooms of Narcotics Anonymous. And so what I've come to learn is that, through my education, is that there's so many avenues for recovery, and it looks different for everybody. So I want to encourage you. I refer people over here to Recovery Cafe that may need this type of environment, not just the circles, but the fellowship that they provide for people. The emotional support and the reaching out, the resources that they provide. Even if they don't have the resources available, they reach out to people who do. We have people like Brandon here that have put his has his fingers out across the whole county, and knows people in every area, and he's developed that skill really well by networking, and he most likely will have a resource for you if you have a situation. So I encourage you to come down to Recovery Cafe, check it out, and they're doing great things here.
What a great, it's like you were reading my notes over here. So speaking of resources, let's talk about that for a little bit. So again, real quick, will you let us, what is your role at Access again?
I'm the family housing specialist. I run what's called the Bridges program. The Bridges program is a coalition between DHS, Access, Housing Authority, and all the treatment providers in the community. We provide wraparound services. I do case management in the home weekly with clients that are coming out of treatment who have reunification plans. They're trying to get their children back in their life. They've gotten clean. They have at least 30 days clean time, and they have no place of residence. So we provide independent housing for these people, try to get them housed. Once we get them housed, then it's, we provide a year of subsidy. We work with them every week, trying to provide life skills, educational skills, work development, education, all these different things so whatever that person's life looks like for them, what their future looks like. I encourage everyone to stop and take a minute and think about, what do you want your life to look like? To set that goal, because some days, if you don't hold on tight to that goal, everything else will affect you. People will affect you, situations will affect you. But if you hold on to that goal, that thing that you always wanted to be, or may not even know, you may not even know what you want to be. Get out there. I encourage you to go step into an educational environment, and you never know what doors are going to open up for you.
Get uncomfortable.
Get uncomfortable. More situations you put yourself in that you're uncomfortable, usually you're growing in those situations.
What's up, Dylan?
What's up, everybody?
Yeah, and that's so beautiful.
Our resources.
What resources
all of our
Access providing right now?
All of our food banks are open. You can go online to accesshelps.org, and they'll provide you a list of all the food banks in the area. There's 17 food banks in Jackson County. They're open Monday through Sunday. Every day there's one food bank that's open. We are adamant that we're digging in. We're not going anywhere because of this disease, unless it's absolutely ordered by the state that we have to shut down. We're not shutting down. We're going to keep providing housing. We're going to keep providing energy. If you have energy bills that are out there that you need help with, come in Access. Actually call Access, schedule an appointment, and we can try to get those taken care of for you.
Now, are you guys doing through the phone assessments as well?
It depends. So it depends what we're doing. If we're doing assessments, usually we have to do a one-on-one intake assessment for our housing programs. It's a lot of paperwork. It's like you're buying a house. So you come in, we have to do a one-on-one. A lot of times what I've been doing is trying to get all the paperwork done as much as we can, and then when you come in, we just do the signature part. If you're not referred, so Bridges, you have to be referred to do a DHS to get into our program, but there's other housing programs. If you're having trouble with deposit, if you're having trouble with, finding housing, or you find yourself homeless or at risk of homelessness, reach out, get on our list. It's a long list. There's a lot of need in the community, and we may not get to you at once. Immediately. It may be a long time, and it's based on needs. So we do a screening assessment based upon the answers you give. We put it in a computer, whatever your score is. We're able to help people in need as the need arises. The higher your score, the more need you're going to get.
Now,
so you're good services.
So beautiful. So, do you guys help with bills too?
So we can help with energy bills. Once you're on our caseload, there's another program that we just got implemented, working with the community justice for our early reentry program. It's people that have barriers to housing, people who need who may have fines, who have things that are coming up on background checks when they're trying to get into housing that are preventing them from getting housed. Right. Especially those of us who are felons that may have criminal backgrounds, and there might be a financial avenue that is a solution to reducing that barrier so we can get these people housed. Right. And so there is that fund. That's a separate case manager. You can go down to the Community Justice Office here in Jackson County and get signed up there. I believe Community Justice is actually closed right now just because of the quarantine, because of what they're doing right here with the...
we'll call it shutdown.
Yeah, with the shutdown. Yeah, not quarantine. The shutdown. And but I know you can reach out if you want to call. Her name is Tara. Call 779-6691 at Access and ask to speak with Tara. She is our liaison there, working with community justice, getting people who may have barriers to housing.
Dude, that is so good. So I guess when push comes to shove, that why we asked Ara here today was because he's around the community and he gets to work firsthand in our community, And I called him yesterday and asked him exactly what's going on with access and what are you guys doing? Like, are you guys still providing and whatnot? And he gave the most beautiful answer that I just thought was so epic. He said that we're not gonna stop until they stop us. So they're there, they're available. It's important to let our people know out there in Medford and the Jackson County area in general know that there is help out there. Like he said, the wait might be a long time, but patience is key right now. And we're going to try to come alongside a couple other providers as we keep going with this Facebook Live and just really try to be intentional about giving help to those that are in need right now in this just pandemic.
You know, one of the best things we can do is to give a smile to somebody. Reach outside yourself. If you can't smile, fake it till you make it. That's a horrible advice, but in reality, sometimes you got to choose to be happy.
Amen.
Regardless of life situations, sometimes you got to wake up and you got to just decide you're going to be happy regardless of what life throws at you today. And so that's what we get to do today. At the end of the day, it's amazing how you feel at the end of the day because of the small things. If you want to have, if you want to boost your esteem, do esteemable acts. So if you want to boost how you feel about yourself, do things that are esteemable. Help people. Reach out. Everybody, you know, if everyone had the same mind process, I feel like our community would be in a much better place than it is.
Right. It's getting crazy right now.
It's getting crazy. So
that's so beautiful. So I didn't want to take up too much of your time because you're amazing and you're at lunch, but I just have a couple more real quick things. So a little bit about Ara. Ara's done some amazing things, not only in his community, but for himself in life. And I think it's important to recognize those right now. So will you let us know a little bit about your successes and what you're doing right now? I don't want to rob you of letting people know how you're just killing the game.
Well, you know, it's difficult because I want to come across with humbleness and with gratefulness and knowing that it's not about me, it's about we. You know, for me, my higher powers opened the door, allowed me to go back to school. I'll be walking in June, getting my degree in human services.
What were your grades looking like?
So I've been working full time, dealing with the family, and also in school full time, and I'm pulling straight A's, you know, as this term. And so, you know, it's a lot of work, but it's you know.
How do you do it?
So honestly, when I first started the human services program, I would have said there's no way I could work full time and go to school. It was hard enough for me to just focus on classes and showing up and suiting up and doing all those kind of things. So what I encourage you to do is you slowly add things to your plate. You know what and be aware of what you're able to do. Be aware of your energy. Slowly add things to your plate. Next thing you know, you're doing things you never thought you'd be able to do. You're talking about, you know, it becomes normal routine as you continue to add things onto your plate.
Slowly but surely.
And nothing's perfect. Nothing's ever done perfect, but I strive for excellence, not for perfection. And I think that's important because a lot of times it's easy to get tunnel vision and like kill yourself over, I didn't get a B in this class, right? I didn't get an A in this class. I got a B or a C even. And that's really, C's get degrees. I hate to say it, but it's true. C's get degrees. So don't be too hard on yourself. You know, just suit up and show up. And if I can do it, underline, if I can do it, anybody can do it. I'm also certified peer support for the state.
We did it together.
We did it together. I'm also a Rogue Valley mentor trained certification for Rogue Valley. I'm on a board of directors for a nonprofit called Familia Unidad, which focuses on at-risk teens. We have community juvenile justice kids from Josephine and Jackson County who come out. We do a bike building thing, so where we're putting together lowrider bikes. They're learning a trade. They're learning how to work with tools. And they're also taking an opportunity. We're able to mentor these children and work with these teens. You know, so there's a lot of things going on, and there's a lot of need in the community. So whatever feels comfortable for you, just get out there and do it. I encourage you. The connection that you make with people. You know, when I walk in a grocery store, it's amazing. The people that are, hey, what's up? And it's a smiling face, and it's a good thing. Today, right now, you can recreate yourself. You can redefine who you are as a person. You don't have to be defined by the mistakes that you've made from your past. Because trust me, I've had a lot. And that's what God's grace is all about. And so the grace has been bestowed upon me. I bestow it on other people. You're not the decisions you made necessarily. It's who you are and what you want to be today.
You know what, Ara? I was sitting here thinking, like, and you guys, this is how Ara is full time. This isn't like for show. This isn't he's saying this on purpose. Like when you talk, that's how you'll get Ara. This is him. Raw and uncut. This is how he is built right now today, and it's just such a blessing. So there's so many people out there right now. They're just worried, they're sick, they're not feeling right about the situations going on right there with the COVID-19. And do you have any words of encouragement for them right now?
You know, honestly,
I mean, you've been giving a lot of them, but just a real quick closure.
Learn to be present. Learn to enjoy the moment. Take time and identify the things in the room if you have to. Listen for the sounds that you hear. Bring yourself back present. Stop the thinking process sometimes. Quit allowing that tape to play for your mind to control you in regards to where your thinking is. Don't allow that fear because fear and faith can't be in the same place at the same time. It's like a light in a dark room. Amen. So have faith that things are going to work out. You made it this far for a reason. There's a good reason why you're here, and it probably has nothing to do with you. It has a lot to do with us. Just like it has nothing to do with me, it has to do with we. So just keep pushing. Remember, bring yourself present, and I think everything will work out. You know, we can't control people, places, and things. We can't control the bigger picture of things, but we can control our reactions to things. We can't control what our next move will be. And if we walk in faith and just and have each other's back and be there for one another, I think things will work out.
You know, I think you were right on the money, and I want to appreciate what you said. Thank you so much. So Ara's got to get back to work. We're going to feed him some food here. And I just want to say thank you guys for being present today and listening. And we're going to continue this every day. And I'm going to keep having guest speakers with me every day until I probably make a podcast.
Brandon, I want to thank you for inviting me on. I also want to speak to your accolades. You've been just killing it, man. You've been doing wonderful things. You're an asset to this community, and you're an asset to Recovery Cafe. And I know you're going to continue to march on. I look forward to see where our future is going to lead for us both.
You ain't lying, man. Thank you so much. All right, you guys. So if you guys have any comments or anything, leave them at the bottom. We will be checking them. And later on this afternoon, I think we're going to go live again to hear about everybody's celebrations.
Love yours.
You guys be good to yourselves, okay? To everybody here at the Recovery Cafe and the Recovery Cafe around the nation, we love you, and we hope to hear from you guys soon, okay? God bless.